Hey there, welcome to PCMag Live. I'm Samara Lynn here with Sasha Segan, and we are going to do the top 3 tech news stories you should know today. We are going to pull up the one cool thing of the day that one of us is testing, and we are going to answer a reader question. So let's get right to it. Story number 1, Intel buys Basis for $100 million.
Basis makes health trackers. This is a big growing field. We saw a ton of these at Mobile World Congress. We saw a ton of these at CES. And Basis is they do kind of the fanciest and highest end trackers in the market. We rated the Basis B1 4.5 stars, editor's choice. It's more expensive than anything else out there, but it tracks more things. And this kind of ties into some of the stuff Intel was saying at CES, where Intel wants to move into the wearables market, and they want to move into the Internet of Things. So you see, is the Basis team going to become like Intel's experimental wearable hardware team? That's really the question here.
I mean, it's kind of weird that a chip maker would buy a fitness
well, it's just
hardware.
weird. It's just weird that Intel would, because if you think about, I mean, all of this fitness hardware obviously runs on processors, and the Internet of Things all has application processors, but they're almost all ARM-based. And so Intel wants to get into the wearable space with their Quark processors, and Basis will let them enter it. Basis will make sure that there is a flagship Intel wearable product always on the market. It's like Google with the Nexus Android phones.
It's going to be interesting to watch how that develops. Story number 2. Now, Obama comes out against Aereo. Aereo.
Aereo is this great disruptive internet TV platform where these guys are collecting broadcast signals and then sending the broadcast channels through the internet to subscribers. And they're being sued by all of the broadcast networks and the content providers by saying that you cannot retransmit our broadcast signals for pay without kicking back some of that money to us. Now, this has been in a whole bunch of courts. It's going up to the Supreme Court. The most recent ruling was that it's okay because every subscriber is subscribing to one specific antenna, and the content isn't being shared, and it's all being kept in separate directories. So it's like it's the subscriber's private connection, and the law is about whether it's a private connection versus a public performance. But what's interesting here is that the Obama administration has said it's a public performance, okay guys, cut it out, and really sided with these big content companies over this disruptive this disruptive innovator. And it's really just, you know, it's these content companies trying to maintain their business models, and they're these ancient business models, and it's really, you know, they're putting up sandbags against the river that's flooding their town, and the sandbags aren't going to last.
You know, when we first discussed this story, Sasha, I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. I mean, they're stealing content, but actually,
they are not stealing anything.
Because you're really not getting anything different that you would get with the old-fashioned rabbit ears. I mean, we're talking about Channel 2, Channel 4, your basic broadcast stations.
The anomaly here is the existence of free-to-air broadcast television, and the fact that all of the content companies are trying to go into this world where everyone pays directly for their content, but this free-to-air broadcast thing still exists. And Aereo is leveraging free-to-air, which has become this weird anomaly in the new economic world.
It seems like there's lawmakers still aren't really getting a lot about tech.
Oh,
you know,
no, certainly
that
not.
seems to be still a hurdle we have to overcome in this country. So our final story is Facebook drones.
Okay, these are not war drones, fortunately, though I'm sure they could be weaponized. But TechCrunch says that Facebook is looking at buying a company called Titan Aerospace, which does high-altitude, long-term drones. And these are solar planes that can stay up for up to 5 years. And this would be as part of Facebook's Internet.org project to broadcast internet to parts of the world that aren't connected, parts of Africa, parts of Asia, where people don't have internet connections, to get them cheap internet connections, so of course they can, you know, connect to Facebook and expand Facebook's population. It's really interesting to see how many of these companies are looking into drones, though, isn't it?
It's really hot right now, and it's there's a lot of interesting projects. There's some great Facebook pages of some drone companies I follow, so if it's interests you, you might want to check them out.
You got to wonder, though, are the Facebook drones and the Amazon drones and the, Apple drones and the Microsoft drones, are we going to have some real, drone wars 10 years from now? Or are we going to wake up and all these guys are going to be shooting each other, and the Pizza Hut drone is just, caught in the middle going, I'm just delivering a pizza, come on, guys.
That would be kind of awesome. So let's do our reader question.
Yeah, this is your question, Samara. This is 100% Samara.
Okay, I'm ready. So Jeff asked via email, his Time Warner Surfboard SBG 6580 modem keeps dropping his Wi-Fi. Would an Asus RT-AC68U router fix his problem? Now, this is pretty much just a variation of I'm having Wi-Fi problems. I only have an integrated cable router. What should I do? Now, I have tested a surfboard. I tested the latest one, an 11AC, 11AC converged device, and it's a little bit newer than the one Jeff has. And Jeff, I have to tell you, the performance, the Wi-Fi performance of that newer Motorola surfboard was not as good as a dedicated wireless router. So you sound like a power user from some of the details of your email. You have a lot of devices. I like for power users to have one dedicated cable modem and then one dedicated router. And yes, for power users, the Asus is a very good brand, dual band. It's 11AC, and the AC68U is even the more updated version than the one we tested, which got great performance. So I would say that would be a safe bet.
Great.
But you might want to upgrade the firmware first just to see if you can, save some configuration and see if that helps you. But usually you want to keep the two separate.
Okay.
So, and now our one cool thing, and this is really cool. We were just Sasha was just showing us this. Sasha, what do you have there?
What I have here, and Samara, why don't you show it to the camera while I talk? Because what I have here is the Yota Phone. It is not the Yota Phone. It is not green. There is no Star Wars branding. It's from a Russian company called Yota Devices. And this is an Android phone with a regular regular LCD screen on the front, and then on the back, flip it around, there's an e-ink screen. And you can throw content from the front of the phone to the back of the phone. So that could be a cool wallpaper you like, or a map of somewhere you're going, or your calendar with your latest appointments, and then just keep doing stuff on the front screen. So this is a really unique device. It's a new way of using your phone, I dare say. This model is not going to come out in the United States, though. It's just coming out in some European countries. We saw the next model at Mobile World Congress that will come out in the United States, bigger screen, faster processor. You can go look that up in our Mobile World Congress coverage. And though I will be reviewing this just to see what this really cool technology that everybody's talking about, how well it works in the real world.
And Sasha, you tell us the way you used it when you were at Mobile World Conference, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, what I did at Mobile World Congress is I would go into Google Maps, and I would just call up the location of the next restaurant I was going to, or the next meeting, for instance. I'd swipe down on the screen, which sends it to the back screen. And then I'd go back to what I was doing on the front screen, just go about doing my email and stuff, and I'd have the map here to always see where I was going. Wouldn't have to flip back and forth.
That's pretty cool. It's a multitasking factor. That's kind of cool that we were talking about. So there you have it. Thanks for joining us. And as always, please send us any comments or questions, Facebook, YouTube, email any of us. We love to answer and help you out and get your feedback. And just tune in every day. We're here, PCMag Live. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.